If you want those Instagram heavy layers and big curled look that actually looks like it looks on Instagram, then watch this video. Today we're going to get into a DIY custom half wig and how to get this perfect layered cut by yourself at home for a fraction of the cost. Let's get into it. I love learning new things when it comes to hair, so I'm excited today. But let me first tell y'all how I was arguing with Curlsqueen. Okay, I want to preface this by saying I haven't used less than 3 bundles for a wig, sew-in, quick weave of any sort in literally like 20 years. Please don't play with me. I like my hair full. So when Curlsqueen reached out to me and they're like, let me send you 2 bundles of this really cute balayage kinky straight hair in 18 inches. I'm like, cool, but can I have 3 packs because I want my hair to be really full? They're like, no, you only need 2 packs. The hair is going to be super duper full. Just trust us. But like I said, I haven't used less than 3 bundles since 1998. So I'm like, no, I assure you, I'm going to need 3 bundles. And they're like, listen, we're going to send you 2 bundles. Try this out. If it's not enough hair, we will send you 3 bundles and you don't have to post the video. Okay, cool. Cause now I'll bite. Now I'm intrigued. Y'all, oh my god, this hair is so full, but we're not even gonna get into that right now. First, let's get into all this luscious kinky texture. I love yaki and kinky straight. I will scream it from a mountaintop, but especially in a color, because something about the texture and the color just reflects light so beautifully. And it just gives what needs to be given, okay? The flowers are blooming, okay? Spring has sprung, and I'm really excited to start playing with color again. Not that I don't play with it during the wintertime, because who follows those kind of rules? But it just feels more appropriate in nice, beautiful, warm weather with a little blonde moment, you know? So with that being said, I opted for the balayage color because I'm ready to switch it up. And this is the color right out of the pack, no toning or anything. It's actually a really, really beautiful balayage. For out the pack color, it's damn near perfect. Now for our custom wig today, I'm gonna use a dome cap as our base. We need something with a little structure and a little stretch. So this one worked perfectly. Now the real gag of today is I'm not gonna use traditional glue or sew this wig. I'm gonna use hot glue. And let me tell you why. 1, I want this to be quick. First and foremost, ain't nobody got time to be here all day. 2, I want this to last. A hot glue gun wig lasts way longer than a quick weave and not as long as a sewn in wig. However, 3, it's way easier to reuse the hair because once the glue has dried, it lasts, it's durable, but if you really want to, you can kind of peel the glue off and your bundles will be damn near brand new. And make sure you do it on a day when you have lots of time and you're not under pressure so it can be fun. Turn a show on, get a little cocktail, some kombucha, whatever you enjoy, and just make it some you time. So I got my glue gun, I got lots of glue sticks, I have my tabletop wig stand attached to my desk, and then I have my wig head on top of that. So we're all set up and ready to go. And before we start to get too deep in the trenches, I just want to mark out the area where I want to be able to flip my hair over from, just as a point of reference throughout the style, so I can kind of keep in mind where all my tracks are laying. And now we can finally get into creating this wig. And it was at this very moment I realized they were not playing. Because up until now, I still was like, I'm gonna be mad if this don't turn out how I wanted to turn out because it's gonna take a lot of time. But when I started to unroll this bundle, I said, oh, okay, y'all meant it. 2 bundles and that's it. This is so much hair. Like it's literally maybe a 1.5 to 2 bundles per bundle. It's kind of crazy. Not only is the weft long, but the hair is super full on the weft. So it's like a ton of hair. See, like legit a ton of hair. No matter what extension style I'm doing, I always want my first track to lay across the bottom of the style. It just looks better flipped up and in a ponytail to me, whether you have leave out or not. It's a personal preference. Some people like to start off going straight across, but I'm a all the way around the back girly pop. I just have to start there personally, but you do what you will. But what's most important is that we lay this first track on the inside of the wig, because we want it to lay nice and flat and cover up the cap when we pull it up for a ponytail. So I'm going to show you what it looks like with the first track laying under the wig as soon as I can get it to actually stick. So I'm going to place this little silk bag that came with the hair over my wig head just in case this glue want to jump ship. I don't have time for my wig head to be getting messed up. I'm going to place that down, place the cap on top of it, inside out. And I know that sounds a little crazy, but just trust me, because we're going to place our first track on the inside of the wig, and this is going to allow us to have a nice seamless ponytail whether we have a leave out or not. But it was definitely a little learning curve, and I want you guys to see that sometimes trying a new hairstyle can be frustrating. It can be a little difficult at first. It takes a while to get into the flow of it, but once you do, it's worth it. I tried to glue this first track on for like 5 to 10 minutes and I could not get it to stick. One, I don't think my glue was warm enough yet. I think I needed to let my heat gun just kind of warm up for a little bit longer. And two, I wasn't applying the track quick enough after placing the glue down. This is actually a really quick style because you got to move quick. Once you place that glue down, place the track right on top, press it in and move on. I like to do a small section starting out and then I'm able to do larger sections throughout the rest of the track. But just to get it situated and in place, I like to do like a little 1/2 inch, 1 inch section. And then from there, it's smooth sailing. And then we can go ahead and flip our cap back the right way. And as you can see, we have that hair coming out of the bottom so that when we flip it up, it lays nice and flat. Now you can do this all the way around the wig if you want to, but I wanted to close mine up a little differently today because my focus was at laying really flat up top. And this technique tends to give you a little touch of volume that I was not looking for. So stay tuned for how I decided to close this flip over up. And I'm laying another track in that exact same position on the other side, all the way around the back. And from there, we can start to go straight across and just fill in this back space using this first bundle. And everything was a lot easier from here, girl. That first couple of tracks almost took me out. Luckily, I didn't burn myself though. So if you're careful, this can be a really easy, beginner-friendly way to make your own wig. For my girls who can't sew, for my girls who are just a little intimidated by the process, this is definitely a beginner-friendly technique. And that first bundle got us far. I went straight across until I was going all the way around the top. And now with this second bundle, I'm gonna start laying the tracks directly across the top, going straight back. And I'm laying these tracks super close in this section because this is where we want our volume. And we also want it full enough to where when we toss our hair from side to side, you don't see any tracks. So for a rule of thumb, we want these to be about maybe 1/4 inch apart, less than a finger's width. It's time to get down to business. It's time to get real serious in this section. So make sure that you're spacing out your first bundle so you have enough hair left over to really give the top the love and fullness it deserves, okay? And I just kept going straight across until I got here, and now it's time to lay our final track. I have a little bit more hair than I need, so technically I didn't even end up using all of the hair. Curlsqueen, y'all ate that. I'm thoroughly impressed. But I really want this wig to be as flat as possible, so I'm taking my time and placing this last track as close to the edge of the dome cap as possible. This is gonna allow the track to sit right along our part for our leave out, and it makes it so much easier to cover. Not to mention, for this particular style, I wasn't going for height volume. I'm going for fullness, thickness of hair volume. So laying the tracks going straight back rather than the other flip over techniques that I normally do is gonna give me that like really sleek look that I'm going for. And now the boring part is over. We have our wig made. I'm gonna brush her through and make sure all the hair is flowing nice and bright, but that was the boring part. Now let's get into the fun part to me. The styling, the cutting, the curling, all the bells and whistles. But before that, let's just get into how full this hair is one more time for the one time, because how did I get a whole lion's mane out of 2 bundles of hair? And I get it, kinky straight hair is typically really full, but damn, like this is a lot of hair for 2 bundles. But okay, back to business. Enough playing the hair. I'm going in small sections and straightening this hair out. I'm going over the roots a couple of times and then using my comb to chase my flat iron through the hair just for a really nice silky finish. It's still gonna have some texture. It's still gonna have some body, some thickness, some like richness to it, but it's gonna give silked out. if that makes sense. It's one thing to wear kinky straight and like wand curl it, just kind of wear it in its natural texture, but it's essentially the same thing as blown out natural hair. So if you go in small sections and really silken it out, you'll get this beautiful texture transformation while the hair still has lots of texture. So blending is a breeze. It's a vibe. I personally am a fan. I love kinky straight hair. It's one of my favorite hair textures, and it blends with mine really, really easily. So I love to have some kinky straight bundles on hand, or just easy kinky straight bundles to wear. Speaking of wear, I'm wearing my favorite Harry Potter t-shirt. It's a Herbology t-shirt because I give Hufflepuff hottie vibes, but I ended up messing it up in the washing machine, so now it's just a little around the house t-shirt. We're filming in her today. This is my current ensemble, if you will. And the wig is fitting nice and snug, and I'm starting to catch the vibe. I can tell that everything's gonna turn out really, really cute so far. All I gotta do is really get into this cut, and it's gonna come out exactly how I want it. So first things first, we have to trim these ends even, because I can't do no scraggly ends on no wig. I don't want no scraggly ends on my natural hair. I just don't do scraggly ends period. Okay, period, point blank. Cut them off. I ended up trimming maybe an inch, nothing too crazy, but I want the ends to look nice and healthy. Now for the top, I'm gonna grab a small section from one side of my hair and over direct it in a diagonal and cut it in a diagonal. Starting at maybe my cheekbones, I want relatively short, pretty severe layers. I'm trying to give cunty, okay? And I really wanna go for it. Most of the time when I cut my layers, I kind of stop a bit shy of what I actually want. And today I told myself, we're going for the gusto. I want layers, 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 just sickening, seasick, ocean wave layers. And I want them now. So once I have that short piece cut for my guide in the front, the length cut at the bottom, I'm gonna go ahead and put my wig head back on my stand on my desk, and we're gonna finish this cut on the wig stand so we can really see and make sure the layers are perfect. That's the reason why I wanted to make a wig rather than actually putting the hair on my head. You have a lot more control when you can see. I always get a much better cut when I can see everything. So I wanted the quick weave vibe, quick weave time, but I also wanted the creative control, if you will, of kind of having the wig off my head so I can make sure everything is laying exactly how I want it to. And it worked out. Originally, I was cutting the hair at a 45-degree angle like I normally do, but it wasn't given what I wanted it to give. So I started to comb the hair going straight up and cutting it going straight across. So essentially, if I combed all of the hair on this wig going straight up, it would be the same length at the top. And that actually gave me stronger, heavier layers that I really wanted. And I got my layers all the way around my head, in the back, in the front. It was just mwah, chef's kiss. And so far it looks a little crazy, but wait till we put the curls in it. Just give me a second. First, we have to put the combs in it, because although this dome cap is pretty secure, I want a little extra security. So I went ahead and sewed a long comb in the front. I just used some needle and thread and a curved needle, and then I went ahead and put a small comb in the back, and that was perfect. I had all the security I needed. And yay, it is finally time to install, and it's super quick. I just popped the combs in the front and the back, and that was it. I am going to clean up the layers in the front a little bit. I'm going to get that nice 45-degree angle slope in the front with my scissors, and that is it for the cut. Sometimes it's a little hard to tell if it's going to look as good on your head as it does on the wig head, but it came out perfect. And now all we have to do is curl and blend our natural hair. So I'm going in with a little bit of hairspray. This is from L'Oreal. I'll link it down below, but of course with kinky straight hair, yaki hair, you gotta give her a little help. It doesn't typically hold the curl the best, so I like to apply a little hairspray first, and then I'm going in with my 1 1/4 inch curling iron and giving it some nice, big, juicy, sexy bombshell type curls. And I curled all of the hair going like up and back away from my face. I wanted it to give like a feathered, really full look. So that's what I went with for today. I might try and curl it a different way. Maybe I'll try and curl it forward next time and see if I like that too. But these curls came out fire. All I had to do was just pin them up while they were still hot and let them cool. in the curled position, and they lasted pretty well. And now it's time to blend these edges, honey. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this serum as a heat protectant before I go in with my flat irons to straighten the hair, and then that same 1 1/4 inch curling iron just to give it a little bump at the end. A little James Brown bump, if you will. And she was a little wild when I first took the curls down, but once I smoothed my leave out into the extensions, she got it together real quick, and I was feeling the essence. I was feeling the vibe. I haven't named her yet, but it's giving very Vivica, very Veronica, very something a little sexy, something cute. We got to think of a name. Help me out. But the layers came out exactly how I wanted. I am so happy. I did a little fake soft baby hair moment just to kind of frame my face a little bit, but I didn't add any product. Playing with this hair in this cut is just so fun. The layers just fall right into place. You run your fingers through it, they fall into place. You flip your head over, they fall into place. It just looks so good. Even if it's a little bit messy sometimes, it's giving like bedhead, just, I love it. These may be the best layers I've ever done, and I'm a layer girl. I think I'm going to start to go for the straight across the top layers rather than the 45-degree angle layers, because this is just real cunty. This is just, it's no other word to describe it. It's just perfect. But I could be tripping. Let me know what you think. What do you like and what would you change? I hope that you guys really enjoyed today's video. It was definitely fun for me to make, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, babes.